right back to Mitchell on second down.
And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. Get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU.
That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
And he'll do a nice job here just to find his way back to the line of scrimmage.
Taron Johnson made the stop.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that point from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9 from the 44. To throw is Jackson. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell.
So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Now Jackson. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 4th down.
And here's Ryan Wright now.
As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he couldn't get it to check off. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
Allen and the Bills now with a 1st and 10 at the 20. Throwing to start the drive. Allen. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. It was Roquan Smith who got his big hand in there to knock it away.
Look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out. Being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
12 yards that time, and a Bills 1st down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
Allen. Shakir hauls it in. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now Allen. A pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. The Bills at 9-4 now on the year, and they come in on the heels of yet another victory. That ran their win streak, Charles, up to 7 now.
And I think that last win, that established them and stamped them, to me, as Super Bowl front runners. They're playing with extreme confidence, and you need that in order to go all the way.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Well, they'll use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Allen going to throw. Right back to Cook for another completion. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. This duo locked in. 14 yards there and a first down.
First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Now Cook running right. And he stopped immediately there. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's second and 11.
319.
On play action, Allen. This is Coleman with the ground. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 14. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen. To the right side here, caught by Kincaid. And that's a hard-earned yard there as he takes a pretty good jolt at the end of that one. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
No score after one on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go. Allen now looks to throw. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And the Bills are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
But they certainly not shied away from throwing the footballs. They've leaned on their quarterback to start this game. 4 straight passes right out of the gate, with that last one earning them a new set of downs.
First and goal at the 1. Allen taking it himself. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Bills post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this second quarter.
And this is something right out of the Philadelphia playbook. They were successful running this with Jalen Hurts. But this is a copycat league, so if it works for them, everyone thinks it'll probably work for us. And here, it does.
Extra point through the snowflakes, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Ravens nothing. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A 2nd and 10 on a chilly, snowy December day, and I must say, I'm loving it. Kind of putting me in the holiday spirit. Charles hates it. And he's giving me the evil eye, folks.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
3rd and 8. Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And normally when you think about huge field-flipping plays like this, it's that shifty slot receiver, that burner on the outside. Not here. That's a tight end doing work down the field. Where's the oxygen mask? He's going to need it after that one. A big, big play.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Kind of a fine line when you're setting up the screen. You don't want to throw it too early and have the defense react too quickly. And you definitely don't want to throw it too late. And that way it's not formed perfectly. Got to make sure you hit it just right.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Jackson now. The quick slant caught. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They are able to get 9 yards out of that, but now it's 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
The offense is going to stay out there. We'll see what the play call is. They need to find the right one. And they'll take it into the end zone for the Ravens touchdown. A great play there with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he gets halfway there, down to the 1-yard line. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, it didn't go their way, did it?
Defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. And he's going to have a Bills 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit, because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Has his man, it's Shakir. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme, and you can drop any want out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here now, 2nd and 4. To throw, it's Allen. Looking left side, he's got a man. That's Cook. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Throwing now is Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. McKinnon here, it's complete. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, Cook. Stopped short of the 25. The second effort couldn't free him.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. That is caught. And he is going to have a Bills first down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Allen to throw it. Throw left side complete. That's Cook. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Bills will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That paper, baby, my face on the dotted line. I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a peace of mind. I've been focused on the future, never on right now.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point.
They'll try and throw for it. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
22-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one.
36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Not much has changed since we left you at halftime. The snow still continuing to fall as we are back underway. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it. But I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities. And I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Now Allen. He'll dump this off to Cook. So they'll get nothing out of that play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
To the air, Allen. These guys running back out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
A gain of
9 yards on the play and a 1st down.
They certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Abandon on 1st and 10. And across midfield it goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on 1st down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making 1st downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 4. Here's Allen. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. Just a gain of a couple there. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
From the gun, it's Allen. A bullet throw, but incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit, a lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2.
56.
Back to throw. Allen. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10.
319. Look out.
On the handoff for Dana Campbell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Allen off the play fake. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bills take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spit 60 racks on me, camouflage bells. Diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil. Twin, thumbing, hustle, and grill. I'm nothing like them, I put paper over pleasure. I used to want to M, now I got cell phones. Shit is about money.
So now Allen and the Bills going to stay out and go for 2.
The Bills are lining up for a 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. Allen going to run with it. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores.
Ravens 6. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. And this ball will come out to the 35.
Ravens take over 1st and 10. At their own 35-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing, and try and get back to where you were to start the half. I do think it's fair to say they were caught off guard a little bit when we decided not to throw it on 1st down. But give them credit, they recovered in time to deny them the 1st down yardage. But it's only 2nd and short, so that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's 3rd down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the 1st down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
4th down, here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
First down, here's Mitchell. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Another run with Mitchell. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. And now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. First carry now for Justice Hill. And he'll get about 5 here as he'll take this down inside the 20-yard line.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. They go play action with Jackson. Going for Bateman. He's got it on the out route. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Rashad Bateman from 19 yards away. And the Ravens are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. So now, once again, the Ravens will go for 2.
The Ravens will line up for the 2-point conversion.
Jackson here is going to lift and throw. That's caught.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wondered maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
So good field position for the Bills as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, Allen. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Something we haven't really seen much of from him. An incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. To the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now in Buffalo. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the 4th quarter.
The Bills on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at third and a few inches. From midfield, here's Allen. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he is going to have the Bills first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on third and inches.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
From the gun, here's Savannah Campbell. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. I'm sure that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground, keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
The Bills on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 5 yards, not enough. And it'll be 4th down.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive, because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to drive through there and make the play.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
319.
Allen going to throw. That's caught by Shakir. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down.
1st and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here, 1st and 10. The give now to Abanikanda.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Israel Abanikanda, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Bills add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Bass on for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Makes the score Bills 30, Ravens 12. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. It'll only be a loss of a couple, but the pressure gets home on 1st down.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailing by multiple touchdowns, and a late sack, just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Now Jackson. This one caught by his tight end Andrews. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And now we're going to get a stoppage as, yeah, that looks like Jackson who's shaken up. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory. Down at the 33.
They run over center with Mitchell.
And room there to work it inside the 25.
2nd down in the yard. Right back to Mitchell here.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
43 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
And now the first throw for the backup quarterback.
To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And the Ravens are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. Mitchell is not going to get back to the line of scrimmage as they'll tackle him at the 3.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Looking to throw. Pryor. And he's got it. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. This Buffalo defense has stood their ground. This is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun. Pryor. Touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in.
And the Ravens have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. The 4th quarter touchdown there, back to a 2-score game, but time is not their ally.
No, it's not, partner. They still have a pulse, but it's probably a little weak right now. A lot of things have to go right in these final 2 minutes plus for them. I think they have to be thinking onside kick here, and we know how difficult those are to recover.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Bills are going to recover. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage.
And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. That's taken in by Duvernay. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now this is a big 3rd down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop them here. Now Allen. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Mike Green in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. Nice job bringing that one back. 14th on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. This is 1st and 10. Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Now Jackson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Teron Johnson able to pick it, and he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it. And the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So it's a victory here for the Buffalo Bills. And I tell you